Hi, I'm Lee Iridium. Hope everyone's doing all right today. It's album review time and Zadra and Guiding Star. You know what? Every now and again, a really special album gets released. This is it. One that just hits you straight away and you know it's something special. That's what I'm talking about with this Zadra album. So I've got this release early. It's out on February the 18th on Frontiers Records. 11 tracks, 46 minutes and 22 seconds long. For anyone who doesn't know, August Zadra is a vocalist, guitarist, songwriter from LA. So he's just an amazing talent. He's so good at everything I just said. He's just exceptional at. So exceptional vocalist, exceptional guitarist, and especially exceptional songwriter. Joining August Zadra is Jeff Scott Soto. He's doing backing vocals all over this album. Alessandro Del Vecchio's involved. He's doing bass and keys and some guitar work. Dennis DeYoung, who August Zadra is in a Dennis DeYoung band with, he appears on this. And a guy called Jelly Cardarelli is on the drums as well. And there's some others as well that, you know, additional musicians that are all over this album. But August is the main man on this project, band if you like. And man, I'm not exaggerating. This will be, and I know now, maybe the melodic hard rock album of the year. It's going to take so much to beat this album. This has absolutely blown my mind. Talk about the production on this album. It's done by Alessandro Del Vecchio. I actually think this is his best work, Alessandro Del Vecchio. I think the production on this album is his best work. I can't remember an album sounding as good as this. The drums especially are really punchy. They're quite high in the mix. They're really sharp. It's just how a drum should be. That's the snare drum. It just hits you. And it's perfect because some of this is, you know, quite complex, some of the work on this. This is not a progressive album, obviously. But, you know, there's a lot going on sometimes and you need a good production. I think this is easily Alessandro Del Vecchio's best work production-wise. Now, this is, like I said, melodic hard rock, but it touches on so many things. I will get into each track. So musically, it's outstanding. It gives you so much light and shade. There's a couple of ballady songs, and then there's some heavier stuff. What's amazing about this album is August Zadra has managed to create an album that reminds you of artists or songs or special albums in your past, yet remaining so unique. It's like an ode to some of your favourite artists, but he's got a sound all of his own. It's just amazing how he's managed to do that. This album is so emotional as well. It's like he's poured his heart and soul into it. It's a roller coaster ride of emotion. It really is. And like I said, it's unique, it's fresh, it's different. It's one amazing listen. So I'm going to get into the tracks. Usually, like, I have changed the way I review albums and I just mention my favourite songs. I'm going to talk about all 11 tracks because every single one of them, for its different reasons, is absolutely outstanding. Even the intro, Come Together, 1 minute and 52 seconds long. Not like an ordinary intro, just a bit of synthesizer or something leading you up. It's a song as such, full of amazing vocal harmonies, uplifting, and just perfect to get you ready for this amazing album. You just know you're in for a treat. So the first song proper, if you like, is the first single that Zadra released, Nothing More to Say. Is there somebody waiting? Is there somebody calling for me? Oh, I can't get enough of this song. It's a beautifully constructed song, displaying August Zadra's amazing range and tone. It's epic stuff. It really is. Guitar melodies drift along to create the kind of track you sort of may hear if there was a collaboration between Journey and Toto. It's just amazing. The next song is Ship of Fools. Wow. I mean, just wow. This is a great song. There's a chuggy guitar that is just amazing. This is melodic rock, but with heavy guitar chugging in the verses, which sound huge, by the way, and an ultra catchy chorus. The choruses on this album are just second to none. Vocal harmonising, weave in and out to just top off an excellent song. An amazing track. And the solo. Fuck the solo. That's all I've got to say. Next is Come Back to Me. Some very cool bass playing on this one, and drums. Sort of they drive the track, if you like. Almost jazzy in feel. Backed up by some great guitar melodies that are almost restrained, if you like, making the bass and the drums sort of drive the song. And the synths are playing a more upfront part in this one. Again, Toto comes in mind a little bit for me, and even last year's great release from the band Cap Outrun. Next up we have Escape the Rain. The uplifting feeling goes right through this track. This is AOR, but so classy. The guitars are high in the mix, which I'm so happy about throughout this album. Hearing August Zadra's vocals over that guitar before the other instruments kick in is just a touch of brilliance. Just got guitar and vocals on their own. Those little sort of songwriting decisions just really sometimes make a song. Brilliant track. Next up is an amazing song, A Matter of Yesterday. Acoustic guitar and piano and vocal beginning, giving an almost folky feel. And this is where August Zadra's vocals really come into their own. One of the best vocal performances you will hear, period. This is quite a dark sort of melancholy ballad, which has a bit of a slightly 70s classic feel as well. There's some descending guitar melodies that sort of just bring the emotion out of this track. Outstanding. And again, the solo, jaw-dropping stuff. I'll Meet You in Heaven is next. Chuggy AOR is the order of the day here. Man, that chorus, it's the sort of chorus you may have heard a few times. You know, something similar. But everything's done with just such finesse and class. It just elevates the song. Again, vocally, August Zadra kills it. Also a brilliant, short, but just outstanding guitar solo again. Take My Hand is the next track. Dennis DeYoung actually appears on this, does a keyboard solo, which is very cool. Jeff Scott Soto's backing vocals here, harmonising with Zadra, are just immense. It's so noticeable that it's Jeff Scott Soto, and all the better for it. After a 2-minute sort of intro like that with vocals, it sort of changes into a different animal altogether and turns into just an epic song. Everything August Zadra puts his hand to on this album just keeps you guessing as well, and it turns what would be a good song into just an epic song. It's absolutely amazing every single time. The quiet intro sort of returns near the end for that Zadra Soto harmonising vocal, and it's perfectly closed. Dream of You is next. This is a really nice mellow track. This is where Toto, for me, really come into mind. Some beautiful synth work that sort of play a big part in what is a ballad of some sorts, I would say, especially lyrically. A nice shift in the feel of the album. The album itself as well is so well balanced, the way the track listing is. Next up is Won't Let Your Love Take Me Down. And talking about a nice shift, then we get an absolute belter of a riff kicking this one off, and it's just great melodic hard rock. Driving riffs in the verses lead to an absolute monster of a chorus, with Soto again delivering those super sweet backing vocals. Zadra really hitting some heights in that chorus as well, vocally, with a slightly bit more aggression in his voice. Amazing stuff. And then we close off the album with the second single, Rise from the Fire. Rise from the fire, stronger than before. Maybe this is the most accessible track, I would say. out of all of them. It's the one you would listen to, people could get into the most, I suppose, on first listen. You know what, we've got AOR bands and songs coming out of our ears these days. There's just, they're released every second, but this is how August Zadra delivers AOR like no other as far as I can see. This is far from paint by numbers, emotional, meaningful brilliance. And that closes the album off. Honestly, I'm blown away by this album. I know I've said that already a couple of times this year, but from start to finish with this, you know when you hear something special, this is it. This is a must buy for all melodic rock, melodic hard rock fans. The emotion's there, the songwriting's there. Every note seems to be really well thought of. You know, it's really well thought out. It's just an amazing listen from start to finish. This is highly, highly recommended, guys. All of this now. Amazing listen. What an amazing album. I already know this is going to be right at the top of my list come the end of the year. Just outstanding. Recommended, guys. I'll see you soon.